Welcome back. We're in the Thermidor kitchen and we're with Janice Mineer, our cookbook author and gingerbread expert, and we are going to put together a gingerbread house now. So here we go.
Right. This can be a tricky part, but if you know what the secret
You know
tips,
the trips, which is why she's here today,
then it's much easier. There's the end piece that we have, and you pipe along some royal frosting along the edge. And I always say when you're working with the frosting and you're putting a gingerbread house together, don't worry too much about making it perfect, because it's my philosophy that a perfect gingerbread house would look like a toy, or would look plastic or something.
it wouldn't look homemade.
It wouldn't look homemade. It has to look a little bit like somebody had fun making it. All right, so we're going to put this on this end here, and you kind of feel it smush into the frosting. Now here's a little trick here. You put a soup can on either side of it so that it stays up.
It's the weight.
While you put the other pieces together.
That is so brilliant. I was telling Janice, I made one with my kids once and it just collapsed. It was a horrible experience, so I thought I needed an expert to come and show me how so we can have a better experience next time.
But it sounds like they had some laughs from it too. So.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, and then we're going to put frosting along the bottom of the wall, and you notice this has the windows cut out and ready to go. And then you want to kind of smush it in. You have to feel it. You can't just tap it on there. You have to smush it in so that it plants on there. And then you put another can over here.
Just holds
so
it,
that it holds it up. And you can actually have another person hold it up if you want to, but sometimes people get bored and they get wiggly, and that doesn't always work very well.
How long does it take to set?
You know, the best thing you can do is to take your wall, let your walls set for at least about an hour, really.
Okay.
You know, put it together, go away, do something different, go wrap some presents or whatever you're going to do, and let it harden. You can even do it the day before, because if you're working with children, then that helps too, that it isn't falling apart. But I would let it rest at least a half an hour before you put the roof on, because it adds some stress to it. And then I'm just planting these walls inside of the end wall, like that. And then you put the very last end wall, and there's already frosting here on these ends. So we're just going to do the bottom.
Now we have some pictures of some of Janice's beautiful gingerbread houses. Can we show some of those?
Sure.
Okay, let's show some of Janice's pictures. There's some great ones in here. Look at, there's the cute one with, that's darling. And you built that like on a little tray.
Yes.
Cute.
An inexpensive dollar tray.
Yeah,
if you're going to give it away especially, it's nice to get something inexpensive. This is a little house. It was a prize-winning house in a contest and had made little characters out of rolled fondant. So
fun. Cute.
It's tricky to make curved gingerbread.
Look at that. That looks like real snow on there. That's an art. See, that's a little above and beyond our expertise. That's for the pros here.
Well, and the roof on that is rolled fondant again, so it looks like snow. And this is just some detail. Gingerbread houses are all about the detail. Yes. Any little cute thing you can put in.
Is that marshmallows?
It's mostly royal frosting, just in big beads.
It looks like little baby marshmallows. Yeah. Okay. Look at that house. How tall was it?
This is an 8-foot-tall gingerbread house that we made. I spearheaded the event. It was a fundraiser for the Ronald McDonald House in Missoula. It was kind of a community effort. We put, I designed it. We put cookies all over it, candy all over it. We had a wonderful time.
How fun. 8-foot house. Yeah. That's great. Oh,
and this is just another little example. There's some yard in there. You can put all kinds of landscaping.
You can be really creative. I had a daughter that made one once, and it was covered completely with mini marshmallows. She wanted, it was like an igloo or something. And there's Janice with her cute houses. Oh.
And one thing to remember when you're working with children is to allow them to have fun, and don't worry about the result too much. It's the memory that you're making that's the most important thing.
I love it. Okay, so what would be our next step? Do we
take this off, and we'll take that one that's already got the roof on it.
I'm going to swap out here for you.
And when you're thinking about candies to put on your gingerbread house, it's a great idea to think ahead. Think, on Halloween, I'm going to save candy for after Halloween. And so you don't have to go out and buy big packets of candy. I mean, if you're at somebody's party and you see some cute little snacks, just ask them if you can have snacks to put on for, shutters, anything you can do. Because they last. They last for a long, long time.
Awesome. So these are some examples of kind of the things you use. And this is so cute. This is a little dog. Can we see this? Can we go in close at all on this little dog?
It's a little dachshund made from Tootsie Rolls.
Tootsie Rolls. She hand modeled it with just
Tootsie Rolls. It was a long ride down from Montana, so I did it on the way, had something to do.
Cute.
And this is an example of how to use rolled fondant. It's a wonderful product, and you can just roll it up in a ball. It's the white part that's the rolled fondant. It comes in a package. You can color it. You can make hats for little people and shoes.
We're going to move it right over here so they can see it better.
And kids love to use that.
Look at that cute snowman. Oh, so darling. Well, we don't have a lot of time left, so let's see quickly how you're going to do this.
One thing you want to remember when you're doing a roof with shingles is you put a row on, and then the next row is lapping over the first row. Because if you go out and look at your house, you'll notice that there are different, it's not like one row all the way up.
Start from the bottom and work up, though. That's interesting.
Start from the bottom and work up.
I would think my first inclination would be to start here and work down, but that makes so much sense.
Well, and it's nice to vary your color. You can do this same technique with little cookies, anything that's flat. Cereal is a wonderful idea. There are all kinds of flat cereals that look great for shingles, so you do that. And if you don't want to do that, you can actually just take a tip and put scallops on your house.
Yes.
And you basically just make a half circle that goes like this. And again, don't worry too much about being perfect. And then the next one, of course, would come along the same way where it drops down over the layer below it. And then if you want icicles, you can make a dot and then just pull off the dot a little bit, and it makes icicles that come down. If you put a little bit of carob syrup in your frosting, it will make longer icicles.
We could do it at the end and do that.
And then can we look at this other big one?
Yes, I want to show this really quickly. This one you made on a little glass plate.
That's right. This one I wanted to talk about.
Did this come all the way down from Missoula?
It made it all the way.
Wow,
we drove
the car
carefully.
ride.
You'll notice that this is an ice cream cone that's been frosted with frosting, makes a beautiful tree. This coconut makes wonderful snow.
It does.
Chocolate
it's
chimney. And fences are awesome. If you can make a fence out of, these are, of course, Hershey Kisses. And pretzels make wonderful little fences. You just put a row of frosting down there and put the pretzels all along it. It makes a cute fence. So go in your store, look at the products that they have, go down the cereal aisle, and pick things that have wonderful shape, color, and texture.
And go to our website, www.kjazz.com, and Janice's link will be there for her website. She's got all of the information, all of the stuff you need, and her book will be out next year. So have so much fun and make gingerbreads with your kids and create these amazing memories. And thank you so much for coming on. I loved having you here today.
Have a great time.
Thanks. We'll be back in a few minutes with the next part of our show.